Friends, in this video, we're going to go back in time. Do you remember that wonderful time when we used to go to school with a backpack 10 times bigger than us and way too heavy, and we thought it was completely normal? Do you remember that time when we still used to build forts in the forest? Do you remember how that felt? So in this video, we're going to relive all those moments. So get comfortable, drop your best like down below, and let's go. Me at 8 years old when I ate my very first sour candy. Oh man, I can tell she's going to suffer.
Bismillah.
Guys, I don't know about you, but when I eat sour candies even today, I'm still like this. It's disgusting. I don't even know why we used to eat that. Look at how calm he is. He's even stretching. Oh man, I can tell someone just lost at FIFA there. Did you see that? Yeah. He's sure he's going to win. What's up with you? Very well. A few moments later, haha, 260. But how can you get 260? Oh, You just killed me, my son. I'm so done. And the match isn't even over yet, guys. That was my worst time. Me too, when I used to play FIFA with my older brothers and they beat me at FIFA. I used to rage even though at first I was so confident, especially when you have older brothers like that. Guys, you just want to get back at them, but you can't do anything. But now, man, at 30, I would have given up the controller, but at 260, come on, forget it. POV. It's 11:56 p.m., you're 8 years old, and your dad is trying to help you understand your math homework. Guys, I feel like things are about to get heated.
A store sells apples for €2 per kilo.
Yes.
So far, so good. Yes, it's fine. Okay, Leia buys 10 kilos of apples, but nobody buys 10 kilos of apples. That's not the point. Okay, it's fine though, he continues. I'm sorry. In total, yes. How much will Leia have to pay at the checkout? How much does she pay for her apples? Not €13.50, I don't know. But it's okay. You are my flesh and blood. I love you, my daughter. But sometimes you drive me crazy. No.
Guys, that's exactly it. My mom really had no patience. She would say to me, Wayne STV, listen carefully. I'm going to repeat it again and again. We have 4 apples, I add 4 bananas. How many bananas is that? And me, like an idiot, I would say 95, guys. She would grab my ears. Guys, you might as well believe it, Dad. You have. Honestly, my mom was in her prime. It was something, huh? When I was little, when I pretended to shower by just letting the water run. But guys, who hasn't done that? And please don't tell me, no, I've never done that, guys. Me, sometimes for a whole month, I couldn't take a bath. Every time my mom told me to go bathe, I would just turn on the water like that. I did it real casually. When I sensed she was coming, I'd splash some water on my neck, but never really bathe. A month, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes even a year. When your parents told you that at the next commercial break, you had to go to bed, oh man, the memories on Sundays, guys.
As soon as the commercials start, you go to bed. When we were kids, we had only one mission, to watch the Sunday night movie for as long as possible. And to succeed in this mission, as soon as the commercials started, we couldn't move anymore. The worst part was how long the commercials lasted.
Don't stress, guys. And the movie would start again. You were 90% done with the mission. To finish it, 100% you couldn't move anymore until the end of the movie. Guys, it's so true. It's so true. The technique I used was that I didn't even breathe. I was like this, as if I was underwater holding my breath. Then, as soon as the commercial was over and the movie started again, I still didn't move. Otherwise, they'd say, hey, wait, the commercial is over. Go to bed. So guys, you had to stay discreet like that. What a crazy memory. Me, at 8 years old after getting scolded by my parents. Even I used to say I was leaving all the time, but my mom would tell me, wait, I thought she'd hold me back and I'd say, "It's fine, let me go, I'm leaving." She would say, "You forgot something." My mom actually wanted me to leave, guys. She really had no pity. I better not leave because if I left, I couldn't come back. At 8, if I wrote something dumb on YouTube on TV and couldn't delete it, I'd worry my mom would get me in trouble.
So my mom's gonna get me every time I mess up.
He wrote dude, but that's a rookie mistake. If you're on TV, never put anything stupid because you can't erase it, and everyone watches TV and does that on tablets, on phones. I'm not encouraging you, but here I'm giving you a little advice. Never do that on TV. You're 8 years old and you're making up big stories in your head. Oh wow, but how many times have I done that? Am I encouraging you? And behind Declare, guys, what I used to do when I was little, I used to put on concerts, meaning I would take a remote control and everything, and I really thought I was a star. Ciel. It wouldn't surprise me if she went, "Hey."
What the heck is going on here? Yeah, you're the one dancing and singing like that? Idiot!
Me at 8 years old when my aunt told me that if I danced, she would give me money. Oh man, guys, how many times did I do it? A lot.
Did this ball burst, huh?
Guys, look at these rats. They're tough, huh? Look. For me, it was my rich uncle. When he told me to dance, I did this. At 8 years old, you have a family party and you decide to taste from your dad's glass out of curiosity. What a mistake. What a mistake. I'm laughing because that actually happened to me. My dad used to drink whiskey and Coke. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just Coke. One day I made the mistake of drinking it. I was just like him. When you play a prank on your little brother. Hey, Maurice. Poop. Guys, little brothers can be terrible. When you play a prank, you tell them to keep it quiet. They have to shout until mom wakes up. Even though you did nothing, you still get in trouble, right? Little brothers like that need punishment. At 8, you're already giving yourself dares like that.
If I don't kick this ball into the trash can with my big foot, my mom will die on the spot. Will I make it? Let's find out.
Guys, this is so real. How many times have I given myself challenges like that? It's crazy. Come on, screw it. I have 3 chances anyway. No, guys, we're too dumb. Why do we put our moms in situations like that? We're crazy. Me at 8 years old in front of the fan.
Let me point out that when I started filming around the year 72 and T.
Guys, I think every kid has done that before. Me too. Another thing I used to do, I don't know if you've ever done it, let me know in the comments. I used to put a plastic bottle behind my bike wheel to make it sound like a motorcycle. That was the best time. But today, with social media, I think young people are too connected to the internet and don't go outside enough. The little things we used to do have been lost over time. When I was 8, if my father came home exhausted after an 18-hour day at the construction site, you definitely didn't want to mess with him. Password! Karim.
You won't go in the kitchen if you keep this up?
Guys, can you imagine? Your old man comes home from work. Mine back then worked at the factory. He comes home from work. He's tired. He carried heavy loads. They talk to him like crap at work. He comes home. He just wants some peace. And then his son, with that ridiculous look on his face, he says to him, password. Guys, he just wants to grab you like this. You're just chilling. Hang on to the castle. Hang on to the castle. When I was a kid and my mom told me to stop crying or else she'd give me a real reason to cry, she'd say, ah, there. Actually, guys, when they tell you that, you try to stop crying, but when you're already crying, you resist and you're like this. You try to hold back your crying, but it's too hard because you know if you keep crying, they'll give you a real reason to cry. But hey, dummy, you're going to join all those who have left us. Pialara, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, and all the others. And then you're home alone and your little brother starts telling you he sees someone in the dark. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Stop that. But guys, you know even me, at my age, if my little brother ever tells me, I think I saw someone under the bed, guys, it's over. I don't know about you, but I really believe in jinns. Guys, jinns, demons, those monsters under the bed. Maybe I watched too many horror movies when I was a kid, but anyway, I'm really scared of that. I have plenty of stories about that. Before moving to my house, I lived in an apartment. Whenever I ran into my downstairs neighbor, he was really weird. One day in the parking lot, we saw firefighters and ambulances, but we didn't know who they took. A few days go by, like a week or so, and another neighbor rings our doorbell to tell us that the weird neighbor, he had died. And that's why there were the firefighters and so on. We were shocked since he was our neighbor. He seemed odd and we saw him daily but never thought he'd die. Anyway, weeks go by, months go by, and one day I get into the elevator, guys. I swear on everything I hold dear. Who gets into the elevator with me? The weird neighbor they told me was dead. And guys, I totally freaked out. I only had 2 floors to go up, but for me it felt like an eternity. I ran into the neighbor who insisted he was dead. I told him I'd just seen him in the elevator, but the neighbor said that was impossible. He saw him taken away. He's dead. Since then, I still don't know what happened or who I saw in the elevator. Maybe it was a jinn. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. When your mom asks you for something while she's on the phone, oh man, oh man. But actually their problems, they really think we can read their minds and that we're guessing what they're saying. But just say clearly what you want, because when you make gestures like that, we don't get it, we don't get it. But guys, I feel like all moms are the same. It's crazy. When your mom scolds you, but you look at your brother, oh man, that's the worst feeling. That's why I'm so sick of this bitch. I've lied to my brother, but you wouldn't think so, I swear. You wouldn't think something like that. I don't understand how you don't believe me. Guys, this is a real challenge because when you have a little brother who looks like that, it's impossible not to laugh. Me, I would have burst out laughing. I would have gotten in trouble. When your mom is already angry and you realize you forgot your bag. Oh man! I'd rather go to school without my bag than tell my mom I forgot it, because you know how that would go. My mom would have told me to go back and get the bag, but before I go get the bag, she would beat me up. That's why I told you I wouldn't even have told her I forgot the bag, otherwise I'd be dead. Alright guys, that's already the end of the video. If there are things you used to do when you were little or things you still do now that I forgot to mention, put them in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, smash the like button. And for everyone who hasn't subscribed yet, subscribe. With that guys, I'll see you soon for new videos. Bye bye.